Council considering a $15 million contract to deepen the lake at Langan Park.
Yeah, it's part of a vision the city is hoping can result in environmental improvements and greater recreational opportunities. Our Brendan Kirby's in the studio.
And Brendan, tell us about this plan.
Well, Cameron and Lanice, the long-term plan is to have a boathouse with a pier where people will be able to rent canoes and kayaks. There's an event planned for next month that could serve as something of a preview for what the city is shooting for. Langan Park Lake runs just 6 inches deep in some spots because of runoff from Ziegler Boulevard. Mobile officials hope to deepen that to a consistent 5-foot average in the lower lake and 3 feet in the upper lake. That would allow easier access for canoes and kayaks. In fact, the area's city council member, Gina Gregory, says there are plans for a boathouse where people could rent small, non-motorized vessels. There are plans for 2 larger pavilions as well.
When this is finished, Langan Park will be back as a gym. The way it should have been for many, many years, it will be a gym in the city of Mobile. And I think people who have grown up in Mobile and who were swimming in the lake when they were growing up will see the park looking so much more like it was back then.
Funds from the Restore Act, passed following the Gulf oil spill in 2010, would pay the vast majority of the cost. Jennifer Green, the city's director of programs and project management, says the contract includes using some of the sediment from the dredging to create a new drainage system to better handle stormwater runoff.
There's also ecological features that are impacted obviously by the sedimentation. So you're going to have a huge improvement of ecological services in the lake for animals, other plants and things like that to have a more nice habitat for them to live in.
Mobile resident Brad Crabtree, who was at the park Tuesday, says he prefers his electric bike, but says he thinks that the boathouse is a good idea.
I'm not a big boat guy, but I think that's pretty nice, so to have that out here.
There's one other key part of the project, relocating an alligator that has lived in the lake for quite some time.
He's big. There are plenty of places for an alligator in the Delta, I think. I mean, I can visualize him over, looking at people who are having lunch and dinner at Felix's.
The council is set to vote on the contract next week. The dredging is slated to begin sometime in August and is expected to take about 18 months. The boathouse and pavilions would come after that. Meanwhile, Councilwoman Gregory is encouraging people to come out to paddle in the park on June 7th for a taste of how the park could be. Reporting live in the News Center, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.